What's going on, YouTube? Fred Hurt Jr. here. And I'm coming to you guys to tell you my story. I've been hearing rumors about over the years of folks trying to impersonate me, trying to fraud me, trying to pretend they are me. Not taking things from me and then knowing that they actually trying to be me, like be me in my skin and my body, and actually try to embody me. So it's like, okay, get that to make sense. So now you're hearing from yours truly himself, from the horse's mouth, that we have to be careful out here. There's a lot of people trying to do identity swap, destiny swaps, and God is not going to allow that. What's meant for you is meant for you. What's meant for me is meant for me. It's just that simple. But some people just can't quite get it upstairs. No matter what you do, you cannot take another man or another woman's spot. You just can't. Favor ain't fair. There's people got way more than I do, and I'm supposed to be mad at them and want to tear them down because they do. It's foolishness. But anyways, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I posted throughout the years. I've been active for 4 years. I got 30 films that I've been in up to this point. At least 10 or 15 on social media. On streaming platforms. Tubi, Amazon. If you look at my rails, you'll see the movies I'm in, and the premieres I've been in as well. Hold on a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. All right. I'm really trying to this year, 2025, be consistent on the channel, telling more about my life experiences that maybe can help you guys, you and your families, and let you know you're not by yourself out here. I used to think I was by myself for many years because I never. You guys got to understand one thing. I'm an 80s baby, 82 in fact. We grew up in a household where you didn't say how much would you feel outside the household. You had to put your feelings in your back pocket and keep it moving. Put your feelings in your back pocket and keep it moving. Especially if you was a guy. Especially if you was a man. Now, you're going to have to chuck that up. You're going to have to man up. I heard that my whole life. You're going to have to man up, man up, man up. What happens when you're tired of manning up and you just want the world just to know how you feel? You want to express yourself. You're tired of being bullied. You're tired of being abused. You're tired of being manipulated. You're tired of people playing with your mind, and you're tired of people, these psychological mind games. They think you're stupid. They think you're slow. Energy vampires. That's a lot to deal with on a regular basis. So, like I told you guys before, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm married, 42 years old. Me and my wife been married for 15 years. And the purpose of this channel is to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Whether it's politics, whether it's relationships. I'm a Christian, non-denominational. I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in the Most High. I believe in the universe, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. But I'm not religious to the point where I'm judging people like, oh, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. How dare you do that? No, we all fall short of the glory. We all fall short. I'm no exception. Only Jesus is perfect. So who am I to be judging somebody and I'm not perfect myself? I'm striving for perfection. I'm doing the best I can every day, but life be life. And so sometimes it's like, you just have them be honest with you. You have them days where I just don't want to do all that. It's a lot. It's a lot to maintain. It's a lot to do. I still work full time as a security officer. I do acting part time. I got my coffee business. FHJ Coffee. It's in the community section. The link. You guys go check that out when you get a chance. My coffee and tea. And I just want to clear up the air about what's been said about me over the past at least 10 years for what I've heard bits and pieces through third parties. And for the longest time, usually it's just me and my wife, or I'm by myself, or I have a few friends with my people I do acting with, or co-workers. But other than that, I'm usually by myself. So I'm not knowing what's going on behind my back. But see, that's where God comes in. And eventually he's going to download like, hey, man, you need to check this out. You need to listen to this or this here. And if it lining up with my story or what I've been going through, that's what's been going on. So I've done a lot of research on YouTube, a lot of research about YouTubers being monetized. YouTubers going through the similar things I went through. Not the exact same thing, but similar to the same things I went through. And I knew I wasn't crazy about the harassment, the abuse, I can't say it enough. And it's like these people just get their rocks off of just wanting to treat people miserable. And it's like, God, man, how you wake up every morning with that mindset. But we have some people like that. I refuse to be like that. I can't wake up every day angry. I can see every now and then, but every day of your life? No, I don't think so. So, for the longest time, I thought I was on YouTube before monetization even existed. I started in 2015, and I was doing a lot of bodybuilding workouts. If you go down, you stroll all the way down to 2015, I was just doing some workouts. I was just doing some videos, honestly, y'all. I was just filming myself. There wasn't no particular order that I was in. I was just filming myself, just doing something, just testing things out. And I think about 2018, 2019, I think that's when you start getting monetized. But I really thought it was a scam, y'all. I really thought it was a scam. I didn't trust it. I said, no, there's no way I can get paid now for posting videos, talking, and get them a certain amount of views and subscribers and likes that I can start making money off of this. I said, it's got to be a scam. It's got to be a scam. It's got to be a scam. And when I started seeing other successful YouTubers showing their revenue, showing the process, the blueprint of how to do it, I said, wow, we can actually start getting paid on YouTube. And my mind was blown on that. And it's like, and I have to keep reminding y'all, I'm an 82 baby. I'm 42, I'll be 43 this year. We're coming from a generation where we are workhorses. We come to physical work, come to mental, white collar, blue collar. We just know a 9 to 5, y'all, for the longest. The best we knew about was growing up with our parents, and our parents teaching us, you go to college and get your own business and get your LLC, and that was about pretty much it. Or the military, you go to the military. But besides the military, college, or having your own business, this wasn't around, you know. And now it's like, wow, technology has definitely came a long way for where it used to be. And I'm grateful and I'm glad for it. I was, I wish I would have did this 5 years ago, but no regrets. Everything's a divine timing, and this how it is what it is. But I'm on here now, speaking about my story, and but yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna get it monetized. Gonna be there because, like I said, I've been on YouTube for 10 years. So basically, I could start off with my childhood, where most of my family, if you're from Memphis, you know about the Whitehaven / Black Haven area, South Memphis. That's where most of my family pretty much grew up and raised. I was born around the Whitehaven, South Memphis area, Whitehaven area. But I grew up in the middle class. I grew up middle class. My family moved to, my mother met my stepfather when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And they moved us to the middle class neighborhood. So that's where I grew up at. Over in East Haven, Thistlewood area. But like I said, if you're from Memphis, you know where East Haven is at. And by me growing up in a middle class neighborhood, the environment was beautiful. The environment was beautiful. It was quiet. My neighborhood friends, played basketball, played football, and we had a great time growing up. But I was a shy kid. For the longest time, I didn't understand why I was so shy. I would think by the time I was a teenager, I kind of started breaking out of that shyness. Went to Ross Elementary from 3rd grade to 5th grade. First grade. Okay, kindergarten went to Lakeview Elementary. Kindergarten, 1st grade, I went to Caperville Elementary. 2nd grade, I went to Oak Haven Elementary. 3rd grade through 5th grade, I went through Ross Elementary. And then in middle school, I went Kirby Middle. And then from 9th to 12th, I went to Kirby High. I played football from freshman year to senior year, And my childhood was, because I'm going to make a part 2 of this. My childhood was, even though I grew up in a middle class neighborhood, it was very, very interesting, Like I said before, we grew up a time where you didn't talk about things that went on in your household. And a lot of things that was not, and I know people people in my family are going to find out about the video. I don't care. They need to hear this. It needs to be said. You know, everybody telling their story. It's time for me to tell my story. My folks didn't set me up to win in life. And you be like, well, Fred, how you live in a middle-class neighborhood, but we lived in a middle-class neighborhood because they wanted to live in a middle-class neighborhood. Not my brothers and sisters. And I'm the oldest out of 4 on my mother's side. On my mother's side, I'm the oldest out of 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. You know, they wanted us to be workhorses for them. They want us to be workhorses for the family, not for our own independence, the way it's supposed to be. And the sad thing about it, I truly have love for my family, my blood relatives. But once I found out they didn't care nothing about me, it took me a long time to accept that. Because you got to remember, I'm an 82 baby. Therapy and all that, especially in the black community, no, we wasn't down too much with the doctor field. Even though we should have been. Even though we needed it. But it wasn't, it was foreign. It was like for rich people or other nationalities. But black folks, you don't go to therapy. You don't put other people in your business. You don't do this. You don't do it. You just suck it up. And as we're sucking up, we're getting sick. As we're sucking up, we're losing our minds. As we're sucking up, we're angry all the time. As we're sucking it up, our families are getting hurt by this. Mentally and physically, spiritually. So what I did as a kid was, I was pretty much, like I said, shy to myself, introverted. But I knew I wanted to do great things in this world. That's why I never got into drugs. Never did drugs. Never sold drugs. Never scammed anyone. You know, these rumors I've been hearing about me over the years, saying I'm a scammer, I'm a drug dealer, I'm a sex trafficker. Really? I am just an evil, diabolical person that's taking everybody's money and all this projection with no evidence. And they were just telling everybody about who they were onto me because I went around too many people. And they thought I couldn't peep the game. You know. And it was so many people backstab me over the years, smile in my face and pretend like they were my friend. The whole time they was moles and trying to get information, going back telling ops and other people. And then I could say one thing, but for example, saying that, hey, you know, I disagree with so-and-so, and it could just be some innocent, like, hey, man, you know, I just disagree with a certain decision. And they'll go back and say, oh, so-and-so, they say they hate you. I didn't say anything like that. I just say I disagree with a certain maybe color or something like that. Doesn't mean I said I hate you or you don't know what you're doing. And it's just, guys, it's unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal. And I just you know, I just don't understand what people go around doing to try and tear people down. And you think you're going to be blessed and move on like ain't nothing ever happened? And you think you ain't going to pay for that? What world are you living? I'm trying to figure out what world these people live in. See, I live in reality. I live in reality. I know how it feels to want to escape. I've been there 1,000 times. But in the day, I realized, I said, man, you know what? I got to change this. I don't like how this feels. I don't like where I'm at this particular moment. And I don't like this feeling. I need to do something about this. Not sitting here trying to fraud somebody. Not somebody that's trying to scam somebody. But anyhow, grew up in a middle class neighborhood. And yes, everybody, and also too, everybody black is not from the hood. We got to stop thinking because you black, you from the hood. Everybody black is not from the hood. I didn't grow up in the hood. I grew up in middle class. Everybody black is not from the hood. Some people actually born in middle class and high class and so on and so on. We got to stop that. Assuming. But back to it. When I was about, we all grew up having chores and all this stuff like that, taking the trash out, trying to be responsible. I learned how to cook at 9 years old. Just basic meals, breakfast, a few dinners, nothing, no lean cuisine type things. But knowing how to take care of myself, my mother did teach me how to, my mother and grandmother. Then my stepfather, I cut the grass, take the trash out and stuff like that. But like I said, I was a shy kid and at times very confused. But in 7th grade, when I was about 12 years old, my stepfather had his own lawn service. And instead of me playing with other kids around the 7th grade and 8th grade summer times, we cut grass. That's how much I've been grinding since for so long. From 12 years old to 42, you do the math. I remember one time, my next door neighbors, some of the kids I grew up with, they was going to the movies. And that weekend, I had to work with my stepfather to cut grass. I think we did like about 4 or 5 yards that day. It was very painful seeing them go to the movies at the same time me and my stepfather packing up the lawnmowers and the blowers and going to cut grass. They're going left to the movies. We're going right to go cut grass and work. Now, I'm 12 years old now. Oh, that was painful. I seen it. That was painful. But that's what happened at 7th, 8th grade. Those summers, worked, and then my freshman year in high school, that's when I started playing football. Went to school, played football. I did that all the way up to my senior year, and I added on modeling my senior year. Went to school, went to work. I started working my junior year. My first job was Sonic. And I was right near Salute Kirby High. Go Cougars. And then, like I said, if you're from Memphis, you know where Kirby High is at. The Sonic right next to the school, that's the one I was at. So soon I left practice, take my shower, give me, do what I need to do, go to work. So my junior, senior year, that's where I worked at. And I started modeling my senior year as well. So I went to school. After school, went to football practice. After football practice, go to work. And then that weekend, I was modeling. I was, the first modeling thing was modeling school was John Casablancas. I believe they should be still around. I'm not sure. But this was back in 2000. And I was excited. Modeling, definitely, I did modeling for 5 years from 18 to 23. But I went to modeling school. And that's another thing, too. It was a rumor talking about I don't want to listen to nobody. I don't want to answer to nobody. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I've been answering people my whole life, man. I've been answering people my whole life. You can't make it through this world without answering the people. Well, it's foolishness, and people believed it because they wanted to believe it. It just, God. But anyways, back to it. I just had to get that off my chest, y'all. Just bear with me. My Marlin used to go 2 times out of a month for that weekend. Saturdays. I used to go on Saturdays. I used to go twice a month, and it boosts my confidence. It boosts. I learned how to dress. I learned how to have confidence in myself. I realized how tall, dark, and sexy I was. Yeah, still is. Yeah. Now, yeah. Like champagne, get better with time. Like champagne, like fine champagne. I know they say fine wine, but I say fine champagne. You know. But once I got into modeling, man, ooh, my confidence went here to the moon. And man, look, you couldn't tell me nothing. Any haters around, man, look what I'm doing. And not just modeling, I'm playing football and I'm working. You ain't talking about nothing, man, And so I did that. But also, I have to tell you that I did not graduate my senior year in high school as well. Like I said, I'm being honest. So what I decided to do, not my senior year at Kirby, and a lot of people didn't know this, but like I said, I'm telling my story, the full story of my life. I decided to go to Oak Haven High School and redo my senior year. That's how I ended up graduating from Oak Haven. Because I spent a whole nother year in high school. I failed my senior year at Kirby. A lot of people didn't know, and I never told people, that. But like I said, I'm here to share my story to the world, to people who might have been going through some things and thinking you're alone, and you're not alone. We all go through different things and different adversities in our lives, and it's unfortunate that we have to deal with a lot of unnecessary stuff, and it's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned, and I'm constantly learning, and also when you go through so much in life at a very young age, you think you reach a certain level where you think you know everything, but life gonna show you you just getting started. Yeah, you had to you scrapped and scraped and fall and claw your way to this level, but this is just the beginning, buddy. You got a long way to go, and it took me a minute to accept that. I underestimated a lot of things due to a shy, confused mindset, and like I told you before, my parents did not set me up to win. They did the bare minimum. Playing football, that was me. Playing for my football cliques, that was me. And I think they paid once for my football cliques, but soon I got my job of March of 1999. I never forget. Sonic Drive-In. I've been paying my stuff ever since. They then they really didn't want to see me win. And it was painful, very painful to accept that. Because your parents are supposed to love you and your parents are supposed to protect you. And by me coming from, I'm an 80s baby, Generation Y / millennial, whatever you call it. They supposed to protect us. And I didn't get that protection. They did everything they could to hold me back. Everything they could. Because they didn't want to see me doing better than them. They don't mind you doing good, but you can't do better than me. And I didn't see eye to eye. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I'm supposed to do better than you. I'm supposed to. Like, if I had children now, I want my kids to do better than me. And I'm going to set them up to do better than me. But they didn't have that mindset. It was a backwards mindset. And for the longest time, I just couldn't understand. They wouldn't support me no matter what I do. People hating on me on the outside. I can't get love from my folks who's supposed to love me. I'm supposed to be safe with them. Could get no love from them. Okay. And then another thing I learned about things are the devil is busy in spirituality. When I started seeing people get to a point where they don't like me. Okay, fine. You have their right not to like me. You have their right. But you're messing up and you got life messed up when you telling me, I don't want you doing better than me, or I don't want you. That ain't your decision. It's my decision. This is my life. You don't see me going out my way trying to stop you. You don't try to stop me. If you don't like me, you leave me alone. It's just as simple. Stop trying to play somebody like they stupid. Just go family members, old friends, whoever. Stop playing somebody like this. You know you don't like me. Leave me alone. It's simple. Leave me alone. Don't call me. You see me, go the other way. It's simple. It's just like, oh, so-and-so don't like you. So I'm like, okay, well, fine. But the problem is you can't stop watching me. I know you can't stop watching this pretty face. I know you can't stop watching me because you know I'm great. It ain't being cocky. I've been putting in work since I was 12. And I'm 42, will be 43 this year. I paid my dues above and beyond and sacrificed above and beyond. I can say that. And I'm still sacrificing. I'm still learning. I'm just trying to clear the air out and let people know these rumors I've been hearing for a decade and stuff like that. I just never thought folks would just believe the lies with no evidence. Because I want to believe it. Really? And like I said, there's nothing wrong not liking somebody, but when you get to the point where you trying to mess up their life, disrespect them, sabotage their finances, put word spells, put voodoo or God, hoodoo, whatever on this person. Now you made it personal. And you think you're going to get away with that? God ain't going to let you get away with it. I ain't got to touch you. God going to get you. And you can't beat God. No man can beat God. You're going to take that L. That's a guarantee. You're going to take that L. You're going to know how it feels to go a decade or so of ridicule and disrespect and lack of money. You're going to know how it feels. You're going to know how it feels. Folks turning their back on you for no reason. You're going to know how it feels. See, people thought I didn't see all that. I see everything. I see it. You know, the thing is about it, man, I'm just trying to survive like everybody else. I'm trying to survive like everybody else. We all here for a purpose. I'm just trying to fulfill my purpose for me and my family. You know, I'm not doing nothing no more special than anybody else in the giants that came before me. But it's just funny when it comes to me. Oh, I don't see freedom, or you don't exist, or I don't know what you're talking about. I can't understand what you're saying. Really? Really? Can't stay in my guts, but you can't stop watching me or hearing me or watching me speak. Why are you watching me speak if you can't stay in my guts? That means something's wrong here. This is not connecting upstairs. Because if I don't like somebody, I could care less. You could win 20 Oscars. You could win 1,000 trophies. I don't care. Good for you. But if I got to come after somebody, then you try to take my identity on top of coming after me and talking about, I'm Fred, you me? You'll never be me. Because you don't know all the stuff I went through as a child. You don't know all the stuff. No, you'll never be me. It's only one me. And that's who you see on the screen. It's only one me. One. Only one me. Now, we can do things similar, but you'll never be me. That means you have to go through every single adversity, pain I had to go through and act it out to be me. And even then, you still won't be me. Because you're not 6'3", you're not 6'3", tall, dark, and sexy. You'll never be me. I was built to last. That's why I ain't went nowhere. God won't let me go nowhere until he gets ready for me to go somewhere. To the upper room. Not you. No haters. You don't have that kind of power. Only God has that kind of power. Man doesn't have that kind of power. You know, you might not like I was born. You might not like, but I am here and I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here and I'm going strong. Those little coward sneak attacks over the years you did, plotting up on somebody that ain't did nothing to you, but trying to live their lives. Oh, you're going to pay for that. Every single one of you who involved. You know, playing in people's face, can't stand my guts. Playing in my face like we cool. Dude, really? Now I understand you got to deal with things with a business aspect, but literally going out your way to bother someone who ain't did nothing to you personally. Yeah, y'all gonna pay for that. If you ain't paying for it now. But as right now, this is all I have to say for today. It's part one. I just want to give you an introduction on who I am, what I've been hearing for the past decade, rumors, what's been going on. You know, I'm based out of Memphis, Tennessee, born and bred here. I love my city. You know, but the mindset is getting better, but the mindset growing up here, it was unreal. The mindset is just the negativity. It's a beautiful blue collar town, grit grind town. You know, we have white collar, of course, but you know, Memphis is definitely blue collar to the heart. And I just never thought in my life that people had mindsets where if I did something to you, I could see that you might want to retaliate. But when I didn't do nothing to you, personally, hit your kids, hit your dog, break in your house, or steal your car, why are you attacking someone who hadn't did nothing to you personally? That's the level of evilness I've went up against. Pretty much my whole life, really. And I'm really a walking, talking miracle. Because these people wanted to end me. And I ain't did nothing to them because they insecurities. I'm tired of you talking. I'm like, it ain't, turn the channel. You ain't got to hear me. I'm tired of you. Who the hell you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? I'm a grown ass man. If I want to talk, I talk. If I don't want to talk, I ain't gonna talk. See, that's the problem. People won't stay in their damn lane. Stay in your own lane. I'm the king of this castle here. I'm the emperor here. I'm the captain of the ship. And God is my source, the creator. He guides me. He has the ultimate say so. Not you. First God, then myself. I can take care of my family. So I just had to start off with that. And like I said, it's going to be a part 2 to this message and break more down about more things what happened in my childhood. I just want to get an introduction and let everybody know that, hey, I'm trying to be more consistent on the channel. This is the first time I really just sat down and talked to you guys. And usually I just post things where I'm in a movie, or I post things if I'm at a zoo or just things like that. But as far as one-on-one talking to you guys, and please feel free to comment at the bottom, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys later on. Thank you for listening.